Mukelekile, because I don't think we are free with our own account welcoming. So, Tabile, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barnes. I would like to welcome you, gentlemen. Before that, my name is Tabile. I'm the secretary to the acting director, Mr. Mahele. Thank you very much for coming to the presentation to our office or the institution, if I can take it that way. We are looking forward to what you'll be sharing with us, and hopefully we're hoping that this will take our community, that is a Motherwell Township or community, further, and it will definitely open and upgrade or improve the poverty that we're experiencing at the moment. With all those words, I'd like to say welcome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. Good evening. Yeah, the good said. All right. My name is Leonard Matunza. All right. I'm the managing director for local media advertising cooperative. I'm also the online administrator of eWiseShopper and Kudos community network. My colleague here, his name is Bugile Giga. He is a community development facilitator, as well as a personal development facilitator. He's in charge of the Utinape and Dispatch area. Okay, I'm also in charge of the Port Elizabeth area. All right, the name of the organization is Local Media Advertising Cooperative. It is a registered and legal entity. It's registered with the Company and Intellectual Property Commission. And it's also trading as eWiseShopper. And then we also have a community network called the Kudos Community Network as well. It's a social networking platform. All right. Now, what we do as the local media cooperative, the main activity there is we have a video production business company. So what we do is we produce a video showcasing the entertainment and hospitality industry in the Nelson and Metropolitan. All right, and then the next one, the eWiseShopper. eWiseShopper is actually an e-commerce business. So what we do with eWiseShopper is we train people about e-commerce. E-commerce is mainly about the buying and selling of products and services online. What we do, we have a program whereby we do online shopping, online shopping coaching, as well as online income coaching. All right. And then we also have, as I said, the Kudos Community Network. Now, the Kudos Community Network is involved in two activities. That is the community development activities and personal development activities. Now, the community development activities revolve around our platform, the online community networking platform, whereby we give access to our members to have real-time access to their members on the ground. Okay. So what happens is that once you are registered in our network, it's an online network. You can also network with other community-based organizations as well. And you can also access community development resources that are online. All right. And then our resources also include a fundraising sort of program in our activities as well. And then as far as our personal development activities are concerned, we have what we call a network whereby you can actually grow, we have personal and professional growth, resources that are available on our network. Now we can also do a lot of networking on our site as well, and network, with others, because as I said, you register your profile, and then you can actually see who else is on the platform, and you can have information about other people's activities as well, and then you can also network using our platform as well for your own personal and professional growth. And then we also have access, as I said, to personal development resources, including funding as well. Okay. And then, if I would explain the service that we provide. Let's say a person is interested in participating in our activities. So what you do is you go online, create your profile. We've got 3 types of profiles that one can create. You can either create a personal profile for yourself, okay, for your own personal and professional development, or if you're an official representing an organization, then you can create a profile as an official. Or if you are an organization, you can also create a profile for your organization as well. All right. So you have to decide which profile you're going to, register on. And then once you've created the profile, and then on our platform, what we have is, let's say for an example, you're an organization, and you've got like a lot of membership. What you do is you register your profile, the organization's profile, and then you can invite your members to also register their profiles onto our system, and then they can actually follow your I would say, you as that organization, because you are a registered entity now in our system. So now if they follow you, they are able to access any content that you post, in real time. Okay, you can post information about your activities. You can post any activities that are happening, and you can post anything that's happening in real time. And then also we have another tool or facility whereby you can actually create a circle of what we call friends. Okay. Now what happens is when you create a circle of friends, whatever information that you would like to share with them is only visible to your circle of friends. Same happens to whatever information they want to share with their circle. The information is confined to that circle. Okay. It's not visible to anyone else. And then we have also real-time content feeds, whereby you can have access to whatever is being posted on our platform in real time. We post a lot of content like jobs that are available. We post content like free online resources that people can access, for their own personal development and also for community development purposes. We also post, I would say, community development news, for an example. All right, and we also have groups. Now, our groups, when you have a special interest group, for an example, you can actually create a group for that specific interest group, and then you can share whatever information. Let's say, for an example, we are a group of young entrepreneurs, and then you want to share information amongst yourself as, as business people. So you would create that group, and then you would invite all those who have an interest in entrepreneurship, for example, and then you would share specific content related to entrepreneurship. Or if you are learners or students and you are in a project, you can actually create a group whereby you can actually share resources, documents, information, and links and so on. And then we also have forums on our platform. Now our forums work like this. If there's a topic of interest that I would like to raise, okay, I would raise it on the forum, and everybody on the network will be able to see, the forum topic, and they will be able to comment, And sometimes I might not necessarily raise an issue that I am I know about. I may raise an issue that I need information about. Let's say I need information about, just saying, the tax issues, for an example. Then I can actually state that, okay, I need anyone who can help me with tax clearance, anyone can help me with whatever issue that I'm raising. And then, as I said, it's visible to anyone and everyone on the platform, so they'll be able to respond, and give feedback on that. And then we also have blogs. Now, with our blogs, what we do is, a blog is basically like a sort of a publication. So we publish blogs within our platform, all right? So you could write a blog about any activity that is of interest to you, and then people will be able to access and see that information on that blog. You can also write a blog on any field that you are a specialist in that you'd like to share with other people, and then they'll be able to access that blog. So we are using our blogs mainly as a knowledge base, whereby people can actually share any knowledge that they have and they would like to share with the general community as well. And then, of course, we have a video portal where you can upload videos, about your activities, and people can actually access and see your videos and comment about your videos and give you feedback about your videos as well. And then we also have the facility to upload photos as well, whereby people can actually view your photos and let's say if you have an activity or a community and then you take photos concerning your activity, you can post them online and then people can be aware of your activities in that way. We also have an events facility whereby you can actually post any events related to your organization, to your activities, and your membership can actually see those events and where the events are going to take place, what they are about. And then they can actually place a reservation for themselves to attend the event and so on. So those are the services that our online platform offers. And then in as far as all the resources that are mentioned that people can actually access, including funding and everything else. Okay, let me just start with the other resources and not the funding as such. Now what we do is we have our members, our staff members who are doing research online, doing research in the field. We do networking, we go to activities. Just recently we went to the event for the Sanguinet, the South African NGO network, where they actually they provide NGOs with free, I would say, software or reduced price or cost software that they get from service providers. So basically what we do is it's a new organization, our organization, but these are the activities that we engage in. We do research, we gather resources, we publish them online for all the members who are participating. We network. Our focus, as I said, is mainly on community development and personal development. So that's the line that we actually working in. And then continuing about the resources that we actually, okay, for an example, let's say if you have learners who are participating in our network, we also do things like career guidance, for an example. We provide them with career guidance, and then we also provide study skills, training, and life skills, training. And then we also look for people who are willing to mentor, to be mentors to, especially young people, because we have these facilities. For instance, you can actually send and receive messages within our platform, that is private messages. We can also hold like live chats as well. If somebody is online, you can actually talk to them. The messages, of course, are not necessarily like real time. You can actually send a message and the person can actually read and respond to the message later. So it opens up those possibilities for a lot of interaction within the community development sphere, for people to interact and share resources as well. So when it comes to our funding resources, what we do is we have started a network marketing business that is mainly based on e-commerce, but we also have other resources that, other services that we actually are part of this network marketing business. For example, we provide social networking coach training and workshops. That is now in the field. We have an office in North End, not far from Pier 14. Weekend Saturdays we are open to provide training and support for our people on the ground as well. So we do those, we conduct those workshops as well. And then our platform, as I said, we are opening it for people who are involved in civil society work to be able to register, and be able to interact with other actors within the civil society community. Now, in terms of the funding itself, as I said, these last services that I mentioned, we are offering them, each one of them, the e-commerce, the one that involves online shopping and online income coaching, we offer it for 100 Rand. And then the one that includes social networking coaching, we offer it for 100 Rand as well. And then the platform itself that we have come up with, if one wants to have full access to the platform, it costs 100 Rand as well. Just to go back a little bit, all the other resources that we provide on the network are free of charge, okay? The information, the networking, the platform, the forums, the blogs, and the other activities. You register your profile free of charge. You get access to those resources free of charge. And yeah, then if you want, our support as the consultants and facilitators, then you pay 100 Rand a month for that kind of support, all right? And then if you need any assistance with e-commerce, for an example, it also costs you 100 Rand. Now, if you check, as I said, we've got 3 offerings: e-commerce, social networking, coaching, and civil society web platform, all costing 300 Rand each. We are offering them all 3 for the price of 100 Rand. And okay, you can also look at it the other way around, that you buy one for 100 Rand, you get the other 3 free. Okay, so that's our offering. So what happens, let's explain a little bit further how now the community organizations and individuals can actually get funding from our platform. If you are familiar with network marketing usually involves, a company that would have products and services that they would sell through the membership. They would recruit what you call field marketers and other, independent business people to sell their products and services. Now, what they do, most network marketing companies, they offer what we call residual income. If they are members or the people that they are selling their products or services to continue to subscribe, for their services every month, they would offer them residual income. We have actually turned that around. We're not offering any residual income. Instead, what we are offering are loyalty rewards. Now, this makes a very big difference because with traditional network marketing, it's a question of those who come first tend to benefit, more or less, okay? And then those who come later, they can hardly benefit, well, especially if it's saturated and all of that. But ours is actually very different. We don't offer any residual income at this stage. So what happens is that all the money that was meant for residual income is actually paid out in loyalty rewards. Let me just quickly explain how all loyalty rewards actually work in practice. Now, remember we said we offer all our services for 100 Rand a month. So when you pay for our services, you join our loyalty reward program as well. So this is what happens. When you pay, let's say, we say your subscription actually covers 1 month. We encourage our members to pay every month, and we encourage them to pay early in the month. So when you pay on the 1st of, let's say, December, you make your payment. And then what happens is that other people or other members pay till the end of December. For every person who pays after you have made your payment on the 1st of December, you accumulate 1 point. Okay, so obviously from the 1st of December to the end of December, if we have a large membership, a lot of people will be paying their monthly subscriptions to access all our activities online. So if by the end of December there are, let's say, 1,000 people who paid after you that particular month, you have accumulated how many points? 1,000 points. Now, we say for every point that you accumulate for your early payment, okay, we offer you a 10 Rand reward. Okay. So if you multiply the number of points that you accumulated that month and you multiply them with the 10 Rand loyalty reward that we give, that gives you now the total loyalty reward that you get for that month. So if there are 1,000 points that you accumulated that month, then we multiply that by 10 and get 10,000 Rand. It depends on how many, if you pay early, let's just say, because we encourage people to pay early and pay regularly, then you will accumulate a lot of points that month. Then you multiply that by 10 Rand. So that works for individuals, that works for organizations, because as we said, our services are available to both individuals and organizations. Now, also to encourage, we have a limit as to the total amount of funds that one or the organization can receive for the first six months. For the first 6 months, if you pay regularly 100 Rand, you can get up to about 40,000 Rand in terms of funding from this program, okay? And then after 6 months, you get upgraded. You can actually receive up to close to about 140,000 Rand after 6 months. So basically, we encourage early payments, and we also encourage regular monthly payments. If you stay with the program for 6 months, you get upgraded, and you actually can get up to 140,000 going out to rewards.
So,
Yes.
I didn't catch that.
You get it.
Is it possible that you can?
I'm actually trying to do that right now. All right. I think most of the information that I was going to say has been already presented. I mean, I've already spoken about it. Now, what I want to do in closing, all right. Our activity is actually, we are active in the network marketing sphere, all right? And we are probably all aware that there are lots of sort of scams and, what you call pyramid schemes, what you call Ponzi schemes operating within this business environment. So what we did is, as soon as we started this business, we started engaging with the Consumer Protector and the National Consumer Commission. We wrote them, we sent them some correspondence. We still haven't received any written response from either of them. But what we did is we visited the office of the Consumer Protector in Port Elizabeth. It's in Central at the Economic and Environmental Affairs building there. We spoke to the manager, Ms. Zola Bonki. Now, what we want to suggest is that if you feel what we are offering is relevant to your services, one other thing that you can actually help us with is you can contact the Office of the Consumer Protector. Their number, if you want, can write it down, is 041 508 5852. Name is Bongi. We have submitted a proposal for them to assess our business, all of it, so that they can actually come up with a finding, so that people can be actually aware that it's a properly constituted activity as well. And then, people are encouraged to register their profiles and provide, content as well. Because one other thing besides crowdfunding that we do, we also encourage what is called crowdsourcing, whereby people can also contribute content besides our consultants and facilitators offering content, you understand? So all members are encouraged to provide and share any content that they feel is relevant, to the activities of the community. And then we also encourage them to introduce other community-based organizations and other individuals as well. Yep, that's basically it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obviously, welcome presentation. And is there any questions?
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm just trying to understand what is it that you would sort of want from us as a renewal. Are you wanting us to buy into it and the memberships, or what?
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what each and every one of you represents, you see, but I do understand that this is the planning sort of meeting and so on. So what we are aware is that our office, that there are actually community-based organizations that you might be interacting with, and also some of you are actually professionals, and then you might be willing to participate in an activity that we can give back to the community through our online platform as well. So we encourage people to participate in whatever way they feel they can participate in. People, as I said, can participate as individuals on a personal capacity, or if your organization or group authorizes you, then you can be an official representative online, or the organization itself can actually register, you know. Okay, we also have another option that we have opened whereby you can go in as a guest participant. You don't have to register. We will give you login credentials, like the username is guest and the password is guest. I think Together is going to give you like the flyers with that information. So one can actually also do that and provide information without having registered as well. So that's basically the idea.
All right, thank you.
That's all. No questions. Mr. McKimson, thank you very much for your presentation. And it sounds very good. And obviously, once we get the flyers, each individual can, join and so on. But now it is difficult to say anything. But obviously, we will discuss as to what to do after you left, and I'm sure we will try and communicate back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, the final thing that I'd like to emphasize, I did mention it as well. If you can actually help us with the consumer protector, consultation, not consultation, but that contact that we made with them. Even if you can make a follow-up in terms of inquiring about our submission, just to find out, I think that will help us in a way, because they will know that people are interested in what we're doing, so they must speed up their investigation or assessment. Thank you. Okay, let me just give out the flyers.